The news about the vaccine means the end of the pandemic is in sight. But before we get there, we have one big hurdle: Christmas. Will it happen? And if it does, will it be dangerous? Hospital admissions are the key measure for the success of any lockdown. And right now, as you can see, they're rising nationally. Now, that's to be expected because they're on a lag, but we have a long way to fall from here, and it's still only 2 weeks till December 2nd. The good news is there's some sign of levelling off. In the northwest, as you can see, hospital admissions are flat, even reducing. But no COVID news comes without bad news. To lift lockdown fully, we need things to come down from this high level, and there's no clear sign they're doing that. Right now, this data matches up with the reports, which suggest we'll come out of lockdown into a slightly lighter lockdown, then have Christmas as a bit of a freer break. What will be worrying ministers is the idea that this break will turn into a spike. And the signs on that are not promising. Now, take a look at this. This is retail and recreation movement data from Google. And you can see, as soon as lockdown was announced in England, everyone went out. This spike here. In Cambridge, they went out. In Hull, in Southampton, they went out right across the country. And if the same thing happens over Christmas, then we could be in trouble. Now, you might say, well, this is an innately human tendency when you're looking at a deadline. But that's actually not the case. Look at this. This is the same movement data for Glasgow, and it's pretty much completely flat, even when restrictions were announced in Scotland. And experts say there's a big difference in the way the communications are landing in Scotland and England.
Certainly, levels of public trust and confidence in the devolved governments is different. So Scotland currently has the highest confidence level with Wales, and England has the lowest confidence level. And we know that who it is that is delivering the message is important to whether or not people are going to trust in the message, believe in the message, and then act on the message.
When they announced a November lockdown, they will have hoped the outbreak was going to come down very quickly. It still could, but if it doesn't, they will face very tough choices. Government scientists say that every 1 day of easing needs 5 days of tightening to counteract it. So we could end up with 5 days of a Christmas break, resulting in 25 days of lockdown in January. By any standard, that, if we don't get it right, is a hell of a Christmas hangover.